Learning English grammar becomes much easier when you understand how time works in English. One of the most important parts of English grammar is past tenses. We use past tenses to talk about actions, experiences, habits, events, and situations that already happened in the past. If you understand past tenses clearly, you can speak English more naturally, write better sentences, understand movies and conversations more easily, and improve your confidence while communicating. In today's lesson, we are going to learn how to use past tenses in English. We will discuss all the major past tenses in detail with simple explanations and many examples. By the end of this lesson, you will understand when to use each tense and how native speakers use them in daily conversations. English has four main past tenses: past simple, past continuous, past perfect, past perfect continuous. Let us start with the first one. Past simple tense. The past simple tense is used to talk about completed actions in the past. The action started and finished in the past. Structure: subject plus second form of verb plus object. Examples: I visited my grandmother yesterday. She watched a movie last night. They played football in the evening. We cleaned the house last Sunday. He finished his homework before dinner. The past simple tense is very common in everyday English. We use it when we mention a finished time such as yesterday, last week, last year, 2 days ago, in 2020, and so on. Examples: I met my friend yesterday. She traveled to Lahore last month. They bought a new car last year. He called me 2 hours ago. We studied English in school. Now let us understand where exactly we use the past simple tense. Use number 1. Completed actions in the past. Examples: I ate breakfast at 8 a.m. She opened the window. They visited the museum. He wrote a letter. We enjoyed the party. Use number 2. Series of completed actions. Examples: I woke up, brushed my teeth, and left for work. She entered the room, sat down, and started reading. He came home, changed clothes, and cooked dinner. Use number 3. Past habits. Examples: when I was a child, I played outside every evening. My grandfather walked 5 kilometers daily. We visited our cousins every summer. Notice something important. Past habits can also be expressed using the word used to. Examples: I used to play cricket after school. She used to live in Karachi. They used to visit us often. Now let us talk about regular and irregular verbs. Regular verbs simply add ed. Examples: play becomes played. Watch becomes watched. Clean becomes cleaned. Irregular verbs change differently. Go becomes went. Eat becomes ate. See becomes saw. Write becomes wrote. Buy becomes bought. You must practice irregular verbs regularly because they are extremely common in English conversations. Now let us learn negative sentences. Structure: subject plus did not plus first form of verb. Examples: I did not go to school yesterday. She did not call me. They did not watch the match. He did not finish the work. We did not eat outside. Notice carefully that after did not, we always use the first form of the verb. Now questions. Structure: did plus subject plus first form of verb. Examples: did you see the movie? Did she visit her aunt? Did they complete the project? Did he call you? Did we miss the train? Now let us move to the second past tense. Past continuous tense. The past continuous tense describes an action that was happening at a specific time in the past. Structure: subject plus was or were plus verb ing. Examples: I was reading a book. She was cooking dinner. They were playing football. We were studying English. He was driving home. This tense focuses on the duration of an action in the past. Use number 1. Action happening at a particular time in the past. Examples. At 8 p.m., I was watching television. Yesterday morning, she was preparing breakfast. At midnight, they were traveling. Use number 2. Interrupted actions. We often use past continuous with past simple. Examples. I was sleeping when the phone rang. She was studying when her friend arrived. They were eating dinner when the lights went out. He was driving when it started raining. The longer action uses past continuous, and the shorter interrupting action uses past simple. Use number 3. 2 actions happening at the same time. Examples. While I was cooking, my brother was cleaning the room. She was reading while her friend was listening to music. They were talking while we were working. Use number 4. Background descriptions in stories. Examples. The sun was shining, birds were singing, and people were walking in the park. It was raining heavily, and cars were moving slowly on the road. Now negative sentences. Structure. Subject plus was or were plus not plus verb ing. Examples. I was not sleeping. She was not working. They were not listening. We were not studying. He was not driving carefully. Now questions. Structure. Was or were plus subject plus verb ing. Examples. Were you sleeping? Was she studying? Were they playing football? Was he working late? Were we making noise? Now let us move to the third tense. Past perfect tense. The past perfect tense talks about an action that happened before another action in the past. Structure. Subject plus had plus third form of verb. Examples. I had finished my homework before dinner. She had left before I arrived. They had completed the project before the deadline. He had eaten before the guests came. We had watched the movie earlier. This tense helps us show which action happened first. Look carefully at this example. When I reached the station, the train had already left. First action. The train left. Second action. I reached the station. The earlier action uses past perfect. Use number 1. Showing order of past events. Examples. She had cleaned the room before the visitors arrived. They had gone home before the rain started. I had completed the assignment before the teacher asked for it. Use number 2. Talking about past experiences. Examples. He had never seen snow before moving to Canada. She had never traveled by plane before that trip. We had never eaten sushi before visiting Japan. Use number 3. Reported speech. Examples. She said that she had finished the work. He told me that he had seen the match. They explained that they had already paid the bill. Now negative sentences. Structure. Subject plus had not plus third form of verb. Examples. I had not seen that movie before. She had not completed the work. They had not arrived on time. He had not eaten breakfast. We had not met earlier. Now questions. Structure. Had plus subject plus third form of verb. Examples. Had you visited London before? Had she finished the project? Had they left before the meeting? Had he called you earlier? Had we studied this lesson before? Now let us move to the final past tense. Past perfect continuous tense. This tense describes an action that continued for some time before another action in the past. Structure. Subject plus had been plus verb ing. Examples. I had been studying for 2 hours before dinner. She had been working all day before she rested. They had been playing football before it started raining. He had been driving for 5 hours before taking a break. We had been waiting for a long time before the bus arrived. This tense focuses on duration. Use number 1. Long action before another past action. Examples. She had been cooking for an hour before the guests arrived. I had been reading before the electricity went out. They had been traveling for days before reaching the village. Use number 2. Showing cause in the past. Examples. He was tired because he had been working all night. She was upset because she had been arguing with her friend. They were wet because they had been walking in the rain. Now negative sentences. Structure. Subject plus had not been plus verb ing. Examples. I had not been sleeping well. She had not been feeling healthy. They had not been practicing regularly. He had not been studying seriously. We had not been waiting long. Now questions. Structure. Had plus subject plus been plus verb ing. Examples. Had you been working there long? Had she been studying all night? Had they been traveling together? Had he been exercising regularly? Had we been talking loudly? Now let us compare all 4 past tenses together because this is where many students become confused. Past simple. I watched a movie. Meaning, the action finished in the past. Past continuous. I was watching a movie. Meaning, the action was in progress at a specific time in the past. Past perfect. I had watched the movie before my friend arrived. Meaning, the action happened before another past action. Past perfect continuous. I had been watching the movie for an hour before dinner. Meaning, the action continued for some time before another past action. Now let us learn some very common mistakes students make. Mistake number 1. Using second form after did. Wrong. Did you went there? Correct. Did you go there? Remember that after did, always use the first form. Mistake number 2. Confusing was and were. Wrong. They was playing. Correct. They were playing. Use was with singular subjects and were with plural subjects. Mistake number 3. Using past perfect unnecessarily. Wrong. Yesterday I had gone to the market. Correct. Yesterday I went to the market. Past perfect should only be used when comparing 2 past actions. Now let us practice with real-life situations. Situation 1. Talking about yesterday. I woke up early yesterday. I brushed my teeth, took a shower, and prepared breakfast. While I was eating, my friend called me. He said that he had already reached the office. I had been getting ready for almost an hour before I finally left home. Notice how all 4 tenses work together naturally. Situation 2. Storytelling. Last night, it was raining heavily. People were running on the streets and cars were moving slowly. I was waiting at a bus stop when I saw an old friend. We started talking and realized that we had not met for many years. He told me that he had been living abroad since 2018. Situation 3. Daily conversation. A. Why were you late yesterday? B. I missed the bus because I had been sleeping when my alarm rang. A. Did you call your manager? B. Yes. I called him after I reached the office. Now let us learn some signal words that help identify past tenses. Past simple signal words. Yesterday. Last night. Last week. Ago. In 2019. Past continuous signal words. While. When. At that moment. At 8 p.m. Past perfect signal words. Before. After. Already. By the time. Past perfect continuous signal words. For. Since. All day. Before. Now let us do a quick exercise. Choose the correct tense. Question 1. When I arrived home, my brother blank television. Correct answer. Was watching. Question 2. She blank her homework before dinner. Correct answer. Had finished. Question 3. They blank football yesterday evening. Correct answer. Played. Question 4. He was tired because he blank all day. Correct answer. Had been working. Question 5. While I blanked to music, my mother called me. Correct answer. Was listening. Practice like this every day and your grammar will improve quickly. Now let us talk about how to master past tenses faster. Tip number 1. Read English stories regularly. Stories contain many examples of past tenses because they describe events and experiences. Tip number 2. Watch English movies and listen carefully. Notice how native speakers switch between past tenses naturally. Tip number 3. Write a daily diary. Write about your day using past tenses. Example. Today I woke up late. I was feeling tired because I had been studying all night. Tip number 4. Practice speaking aloud. Speaking helps your brain remember sentence patterns more effectively. Tip number 5. Learn irregular verbs step by step. Do not try to memorize all irregular verbs at once. Practice a few daily. Now let us create one final example using all 4 tenses together. Yesterday evening, I was walking in the park when I met an old teacher. He told me that he had recently returned from another country. Before meeting me, he had been teaching English abroad for several years. We talked for almost an hour and shared many memories. After that, I went home and wrote about the meeting in my diary. This paragraph uses all 4 past tenses naturally and correctly. Understanding past tenses is extremely important for speaking fluent English. These tenses help you describe experiences, tell stories, explain situations, and communicate clearly. At first, learning all 4 tenses may seem difficult, but with regular practice, they become natural and easy. Remember these simple ideas. Past simple talks about finished actions. Past continuous talks about actions in progress in the past. Past perfect talks about an earlier past action. Past perfect continuous talks about a continuing action before another past event. Practice these tenses every day. Listen carefully to English conversations, read stories, write sentences, and speak confidently. The more you practice, the more natural your English will become. Keep learning, keep practicing, and keep improving your English every single day.